How's it going, guys? KillKhast here. Welcome to a different kind of guide today. Today's going to be a tips and tricks video. It's going to be 7 tips and tricks that are going to help you guys out, hopefully get you guys prepared for the new update that's coming. Do want to apologize if my voice sounds a little off. I am pretty sick right now. I've never actually done a video like this, so bear with me if it's a little choppy. But like I said, this is going to be a tips and tricks. This should be beneficial to all players, whether they are new or, you know, slightly in the middle. They're not quite new. They got a grasp of what's going on, but they could maybe polish up a bit. Just overall, some things that you could either look at, practice, take a look at. Maybe it'll help you get a little bit better. It's things that I do, and I know that it helps me out quite a bit. But with that being said, we'll go ahead and jump into it. Like this video if it helped you out. Comment down below if you think that there's anything that I missed. Also, anyone watching this that is a fan of my build guides, please go ahead and comment down below. How would you guys feel if I started doing a little bit of like live streaming on this game? Maybe invite some of you guys to come play with me. I feel like that would be kind of cool. And if we can get enough people that say that they would like that, I'm all for it. We'll go ahead and give it a go. Subscribe if you're new to the channel and you want to see more content like this. And without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into it. One thing that I see a lot of people do, and I'll demonstrate here with a very small group of zombies so it doesn't get overwhelming and it's a little easier to show you. A lot of people like to zoom in on their guns when zombies are running at them. I feel as though it's not entirely necessary, especially since you know the zombie's running at you. In this clip, I show you what happens when you try to zoom in on a zombie that's running up on you, because zooming in actually slows your character, and it's not something a lot of people know, and it gives you a lot more tunnel vision. You're not able to see out of the sides, your field of vision is severely impaired, and in situations like this, hipfire is definitely going to be the better choice as opposed to zooming in. There are 2 ways of actually dealing with bowls, and not a lot of people know this. I felt as though the game doesn't really do a very good job of telling you, and it kind of just leaves it up to you to understand the bowl's mechanics and how it works properly, and the easiest way to take it out. There are 2 primary ways of killing a bowl. One, you'll see, is there's a spot on its back that when you shoot it, it actually does damage like a normal zombie. It's a break in the armor. And then there's a secondary method, one that I'm going to attempt here in this clip. And you can see that this one is not nearly as effective. It has a face shield on the riot helmet that it's wearing. And what you can do is it's entirely possible to blow the face shield off. Then with a normal headshot, you're able to take it out like a normal zombie. One thing that a lot of people do when they see a gas bag is they freak out and they try to kill it as quickly as possible because it does actually a little bit more damage than a normal zombie does. It has a little bit more health, but still compared to a bull, it's quite the pushover. If you take your time and pick your shots and aim only for the head, you can actually avoid the gas that the gas bag lets out completely, making it a much easier target. I shot it in the head, there's no gas whatsoever. Now you can move through it. You don't have to wait for it to dissipate, and it just makes a much easier time on your teammates. Another thing that is a common misconception among a few new players that I've run into was that the only way to get a breaching charge was if you spec'd into it with your class, and that's not entirely true. The game does a pretty good job of hiding breaching charges around the map, and this is just one of the places that I found one. They're scattered throughout the map, and if you actually take your time to explore, you'll find a lot more things that you wouldn't think were there. If you take your time to go to different dead ends, different places that obviously aren't the objective, but for some reason you're still able to get to, you'll find a lot of hidden treasures that the game doesn't exactly tell you are there. You just have to take it upon yourself to explore and find. One thing that I don't see a lot of players do is if they're going to walk in front of a teammate that is shooting, best choice you have here is to hit your left control key, and what that actually does is it allows your character to crouch. And what that does is it effectively allows both of you to shoot in narrow spaces, or if you two just want to shoot next to each other because you're aiming at the same target, you're able to do so without having to stand side by side. You can actually be in front of one of your teammates while they're shooting as long as you're crouched, and they won't hit you. They'll shoot right over the top of your head. And this is always a smart choice to do when you're in a situation where your teammate is firing wildly, or like I said before, if you're in a hallway and you want to cross into the next room and your teammate is firing, it's always good to just go ahead and crouch. One thing that I know almost none of you do out there, and I even don't do myself most times, is a cool little trick called swapping shoulders. If you hit X on your keyboard, your character actually switches which shoulder he looks over to aim. And what this can do for you is not only free up a blind spot, because as you can see, my giant bald head is taking up most of the right hand side of my screen. It also changes the line, or the path the bullet takes to its target. So not only did I just flip sides, allow myself to be able to see what's coming from the right side, I changed the bullet path entirely. It's still going to hit the same target. It never once made me re-aim to hit this headshot, but it changes my bullet path and allows me to see what's coming up on my right. Alright guys, this last one that I'm going to show you is definitely going to be the most helpful by far. And what it is it's called reload canceling. So let's go ahead and waste a few bullets in our clip here, just shoot at some random stuff. Alright, so we're at 21 out of 30 here. 30 is going to be the maximum we can have in a clip. We're going to reload, but when we get halfway through, we're going to melee to cancel that reload. But watch what happens at the bottom here when we get halfway through in melee. Halfway through, melee. As you can see, the circle didn't finish, but for some reason we still got our 30 in our clip. Alright, let's waste some more ammo on our clip. So this time we're at 21 out of 30, and what we're going to do is, this time pay attention to the radical, the circle in the center of the screen that shows you how far you are in reloading. We're going to hit R for reload, and then we're going to melee halfway through, and as you can see at the bottom, it's still filled up. Now this trick is called, again, reload canceling, and it will help you out immensely later on in the levels. And what it does is it essentially makes every single reload speed skill completely obsolete, because you are giving yourself a 50% faster reload speed without the skill, and you can do this on every character. I do not know if this is a glitch, I don't know if it's intended, but it's in the game, so may as well take advantage of it. But anyways guys, that has been my last one. As you can see over here, we got a little buddy listening to us. He's trying to get some tips and tricks. We're not going to hurt him. He's just trying to live his life. Look at him over there. But yeah guys, hopefully these tips helped you guys out. Alright guys, so that has been my 7 tips and tricks for getting a little bit better at World War Z. Hopefully it helps some of you newer players that aren't quite sure what to do in certain situations. Maybe it helps some of the more experienced players. Maybe gave them a different idea on what they could work on to make them even better. I'm by no means a pro. I'm just pointing out some of the things that I feel like the game doesn't do a very good job of explaining to you, and maybe just helping you work outside your comfort zone a little bit, like with the hip firing and shoulder switching and so forth. But without further ado, I've rambled on long enough. I hope this guide helped you guys out. Please comment down below. Again, like I said, if you think that I missed anything, comment down below. If you think that I should go ahead and start live streaming, maybe invite some of you guys to come play some World War Z with me. Maybe we can band together and slay some zombies. Who knows? Like this video if it helped you out. The likes on the video help out immensely. The more likes that I get on a video, the more it advertises it to a wider audience, the more it is broadcast over YouTube. YouTube is not going to suggest my videos unless it has a decent like to dislike ratio. Thank you guys again for all the overwhelmingly positive support you guys have been giving me on the channel, and we'll go ahead and get you guys out of here. I'm sure you don't want to listen to me ramble on like I always do, but without further ado, I have been KillKhast. You guys have been absolutely amazing, and I cannot wait to see you in the next one. Bye bye.